wash these dishes and I don't know. I just be so busy. It seems like I just don't get a chance to do anything else. I know, ain't that the truth? Yes.
It's been a long day.
Yes, it has.
I feel like I've been working all day trying to do this, working at home and juggling with the kids and everything. It's like, I've just been so busy. It's like, I feel like I don't have time to do what I desire to do.
I know, that's how I feel. Like, I don't have the time and I desire to really get things going. But when you're working with Jermaine, taking him to the doctor, coming home, trying to cook, do so much, it's like your day is gone. By the time you wake up and you do everything, your day is gone.
Go to bed.
It's time to go to bed. Don't have time.
It's like I'm ready to, go after my dreams, but yet it's like I'm busy and I can't find the motivation. It's like I'm not even, I'm not even motivated because I'm so busy.
I know, but you know what? We're just going to have to motivate ourselves. The Bible tells us we can do all things through Christ that strengthen us, and we're going to do that thing. We're going to get up tomorrow. Let's focus in on that tomorrow. Tomorrow for sure. We're going to focus in what our dreams, what we desire and want to go after. We have to. We got to make that time.
We do. I'm going to do it. We're going to
Make that time.
get motivated. We got to get motivated. How do we get motivated? That's what we're going to talk about.
How?
Welcome back, not welcome, well, it's been a while, so yeah, welcome back. Welcome to our new podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome to Mother and Daughter Podcast, and we are glad to be here. We are glad to see you guys. Well, we can't see you, but we glad y'all see us. But it's been a process. We've been in the works trying to put things together, and here we are.
Okay.
So we're glad to be doing this. This is exciting to do. This is something that we really have been desiring to do. So stick with us, please. Stick with us. We are growing, and we're pushing to go after our dreams. And that's what this month our subject, I was going to say topic, but our subject is busy woman motivation. Busy woman motivation. We want to motivate those busy women out there. Women that are busy. I don't care what. If you got children, if you're single, if you're married, whatever your situation is. As a woman, we can be busy. So we want to encourage the busy women.
Yes.
So for this week, we're talking about how to get the motivation to chase after your dreams. Motivation to go after and pursue your dreams. So let's get into it. How do we do it? How do we get that motivation? Because a lot of times, as women, we're like I said, we're busy. A lot of times we have so much going on till we feel like I can't. Like, say you, whatever your desire is or your dream is, a lot of times, like, you feel like because you're working in your everyday, you feel like you don't have the time to set to go after that thing. Just like me, I'm a mom of 5. I get pretty busy being at home, a stay-at-home mom. A lot of times people think, you're at home, you're not doing nothing. What? I'm doing a lot.
Yeah.
I'm taking care of my children. I'm feeding my children. They're actually homeschooled. They're not going to school every day so I get a break to do whatever I want to do. No, they're right at home with me every day, all day, I'm their teacher. I'm the one that's teaching them. I'm the one that's putting together a curriculum for them. I'm the one that's, trying to make sure I put even the word down on the inside of them. So it's like every single day I'm doing something along with that. I'm trying to work our ministry, trying to do our business, trying to, push and pursue things. So it's like I'm busy.
Yeah.
So I understand moms out there that get so busy and tied down to you cleaning, you're cooking, you're doing whatever you can. And then you're like, forget it. I don't even feel like doing this.
Yeah.
I don't even feel like, if it's a book, I don't even feel like writing. I don't even, You do. Because you're so busy. And then by the time you're done or you get time to yourself, it's like you don't even feel like it. You're tired. You're tired.
And don't want to do anything.
Yeah. So how do we even start to get motivated? How? How do we do that?
Let's talk about it. We're talking about it.
Let's
We
talk
have
about
to
it.
set a date to help our motivation. You just have to say, you know what? I'm just going to set a date for this, and this is the day that I'm going to do it, or we're going to do it. We're going to step out, and we're going to do this thing. Just set a date.
Yeah,
and like
so true.
we had to do,
We did.
we had to literally say with mother and daughter, we had to just say, hey, this is the date we're going to start. This is how we're going to do, and we put it on the calendar.
Yeah.
We put it on the calendar, we wrote it in our journals, and we just said, this is the day.
We did.
And we're going to stick with it. We're going to stick with it.
Yeah.
In our busyness or whatever, we're just going to stick with it, and we're going to go for it.
And that's what you have to do. Write the date. Set it.
Yeah.
Whether it's okay, a month from now I'm going. This day on what's today? Today is January. Well,
January 2nd.
January. We're in January. Okay. I'm gonna write this thing down by February such and such. 2020. I'm gonna blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you're trying to do,
Yeah.
set it. So even if it's next month that you want, that's the day you actually do it. That's the day you actually pursue it. That is the day that you stick with. Set that date.
Yeah.
However, whatever you put. Now, I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say not gonna say. Whatever. Don't try to push it way a year from now though. Don't try to super far back. Like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Because when God gives you something to do now, you have to do it now.
Yeah.
So don't push that date back extra far. Set it close. Now, when we saying set a date, we're saying set it so you can do it.
Do it. Yeah.
But don't push it back extra far, and then you forget about it, and you get back busy again, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Yeah. So set that date close so you know, okay, I gotta do this thing. Like, I have to get on this thing.
Yeah.
So set that thing close. Whether it's 2 weeks, because I think we did it I think it was like 2 weeks or 3 weeks from that, whatever day it was, we had set it like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, okay, this date, we getting this started, we doing this, we doing that. And so with preparation to that date, we got our name established, we did all the paperwork for that. We got the material we needed, we wrote out stuff, our plans that we wanted, because we wanted it to be like a whole shebang, whole setup. We were excited. So we really, if you go back like to our Facebook page and everything, you will see like our setup was, we had it all, we had it all together. We really did. We had papers, everything. We had it all set because we felt like we wanted to be presentable when we do it for the first time. And that's what we did. So we set the date and then we prepared to be ready for that date. Prepare to be ready for that date.
We did.
When you set it, prepare to be ready to get rolling on that exact day. Don't just set it and then when you get there, oh man, I got. No, be ready for that date.
And that's just like how I was just sharing with someone too, how even with writing a book, you may be writing a book, you may be writing a song, you may, or even something like that, or you want to put a song out. I'm just throwing some things out there that may be that you have been motivated and want to do, or you want to cook or whatever. You just, like she said, you set that date and say, hey, this is the day I'm going to set this here for my cooking, or this is the day that I'm going to set for my book. And even like, because even when you're writing a book or writing music or whatever, you have to be able, or plays or whatever you're doing, you have to be able to say, I'm going to set this time aside that every day, 1 o'clock, or every morning at 9 o'clock when everybody is asleep, I'm just going to get up. Because if you really want something, that's another thing too. You can't be lazy. So you have to go ahead on and motivate yourself. Say, this is the time. And I'm going to get up. No excuses. Excuse me. Let's go. You know, this is the time I'm going to get up. Now.
I wanted to just say, like she said, really doing it. And what came to mind, not only just in the creative world, but also if your simple thing is, I want to work out. I want to get in shape. I want to be, healthy. I want my body healthy. Or, if that's the goal that you want to reach, that's a dream that you desire to get down and weight. And you feel that thing, but you're like, how do I even start? Where do I even begin? Set a date. Set a date and begin to do your workout. If you got to get a membership, you set that date. So then before you go, to that date, set up your membership at a gym or something, or set up your workout plan, set up your meal plan, whatever it is you got to do to prepare to get to that date. So once you get to that date, you'll be ready like, I got my plan, I got my this, I got my that, I got my workout gear, I got my workout clothes. I'm ready for this day. Get ready for that day, that you set. Get ready for it. So
now we're going to talk about. Let's talk about no excuse.
No excuse.
See, once you set the date, then you got to now motivate yourself to have no excuse. You really do. And reason I say that because things will pop up, and you can actually change your mind right then at that same day, or that same hour, that same moment.
That's so true.
You can change, but you have to say no excuse. And reason I say that because the day that we wanted to start, my son had a doctor's appointment, and I had totally forgot about the date that we supposed to get started. And I had set it so close to the appointment, his appointment so close to where when we were supposed to start. And I was like, no, we're gonna do this. If we have to start a little bit, a couple of hours, or an hour or 30 minutes after I get back, we're gonna do this today. And we both was in agreement. Yep, we're not going to wait till tomorrow. We're not going to wait till next week and we say we're going to do it. Nope, I said we set the date. There was no excuses. We were doing that. And so that's what you have to be motivated to say, I'm not going to, no excuses.
No excuses. No, I'm tired, or I can't do this. I'm just, or oh man, I forgot. Like she said, she had a doctor's appointment, but yet and still she was like, we doing this thing. And we were like, okay. And so when she went to the doctor, it was like, me and my husband set up everything we needed to set up. We set up the background, we set up the chairs, and then by the time she got there, we were all ready. And we would do that even just after that point. If we had things to do, we would make sure, whether it was the night before, we would like set up and be ready. And that's what she's saying. No excuses. That wasn't, no, you had till that day, or till that day or that date. You had till then to get ready. Whether it's a month from now, you got a month to get ready. So no excuses. You don't have any excuses. Do it. Get on it. Now I get, okay, if something happened to you tragically, or something happened, we get that. But as far as if anything like that hasn't happened and you just going about life and then you, oh man, I just what? No,
because I'm telling you, there was many, nobody knows, there was many days we would be running the entire time. And we would run, sometimes we would have to go and switch clothes, put makeup on, and we would be, but we was determined that we were going to do it because we wanted this to happen. We wanted our dreams. We wanted, we wanted what God was putting in us to come forth, and we didn't want to keep pushing it back and keep pushing it back.
It's like we were talking about before, a woman that's pregnant with a baby. When your due date comes, and say the baby's still in there, you pass your due date, and you're like, oh my gosh, this baby got to come out. Oh my gosh, this baby got to come out. And the doctor's like, okay, let's set a date. Let's set a date for your induction, or if you need a C-section, whatever the case. Let's set a date for it. Let's set a date. And you're like, okay, let's do this. Let's set a date. when that date comes, you're not going to say, oh, well, I got busy. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to prepare for this. No, you're going to prepare for that date.
Yeah.
You're going to get whatever bags you need, whatever clothes you need, whatever baby stuff you need, whatever you need before you go to that hospital, you're going to get it you're going to get it already done. If you need a not a daycare, but if you need somebody to watch your children, you're going to already have all of that set up. Whatever it is, you already going to have it set up, and then you're going to go into that hospital and have your baby. That's the same thing with your dream. Whatever it is that you dream to do, you have to have it set, and by the time you get to that date, you already ready. Get that stuff together. So when you get to your date, bam, there go your baby right there. Your baby is coming forth. That's what a baby is when God is talking spiritually. That's what it is. It's that dream. It's that thing that's on the inside of you that's coming out.
Yeah. And you gotta make sure
no excuses.
Right?
Yes, no excuses.
Yes. So after excuses, let's talk about it again. Let's talk about what is your motivation? What's your motivation? What motivates you to jump on that dream? What motivated, I can say what motivated me was once the pandemic came, it was like, oh no, we got to get on this. We got to get on this. Lord, you're talking to us. You have put something down on the inner side of us that we needed to get out. And it was that motivation of the pandemic that made me, I can't say what really made, my daughter, but what made me was that. And then I was tired of, I'm a person that I like to share what God gave me. And that was another motivation for me, to share. God, I got to get this thing. Like she said, that baby. I can get this baby out. I can't hold this baby no more. And that motivation of doing it, it was just something on the inside of me that was like, got to do it, got to do it, got to do it, got to do it. And that motivated me to say, okay, let's do it.
For me, my motivation was really, I think I just always loved encouraging people. Like, that's a huge thing I love to do, is encourage people. And it's crazy because ever since I was young, I used to write, I'm going to have me a girls ministry, and I'm going to encourage girls all over the world. And it's so funny because back then, it wasn't even like a social media like that to even do that kind of stuff. No, there wasn't a platform to do that. We had internet, but we didn't have all this Facebook, all of that stuff. And I want to share the word all over the world, and I want to be on the internet to be able to share with people. And I kid you not, I would write that. And they didn't have this stuff then. And I would write that, and I want girls to see all over the world, and they can encourage each other, and they can write letters and write messages to each other. And as time went on, and how it's like now the world has evolved, it's like, oh my gosh, the very thing that I kept saying I wanted to do, now is this opportunity to seize it. And that was the thing. It was like, I'm seizing the moment. I'm going after it because I love encouraging women. I love uplifting women because why? We always have where we're being downed by each other. It's always that stigma of women can't come together, and I hate that. I can't stand that stigma. It's annoying when people say, oh, women can't come together. Yes, we can. Women can't get along. Yes, we can. I can't stand that. Even for our sisters and mothers and all of that stuff, we can get along. It's just you have to have the mindset to want to get along. And that's my thing. I've always wanted to motivate you women. Come together. Whether you sisters, aunties, cousins, whatever you are, in-laws, whatever you are, we can come together and have a good time. We can enjoy each other's presence and encourage each other and birth things out of each other. Be those midwives for one another. Like, that's my desire. That's my motivation. That has always been my motivation.
And that's what I say. That was, my motivation. I love to talk. I love to share. And like you said, and the thing is, we have to stop saying that.
That's so true.
Words are so powerful.
They are.
And so the more we say it, the more it is. But the more we say we can come together, the more it will be. And I believe, I'm like you, and that's the motivation, to let you know women can come together. Women can get along. Women can love on each other.
And be sisters
to one another. Amen.
We can do it.
Yeah.
So what's your motivation? Find it and let it push you. Like, you know what, I gotta do this thing.
Yeah.
When that date comes, I gotta, because I gotta do it for my kids. I gotta do it for my husband. I gotta do it for my parents. I gotta do it for whoever you gotta do it for. That's your motivation. I gotta do it for blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Find it. Write it down. What is your motivation?
Because you do. You have people say, oh, I had to do this because my mother or my father or grandmother, they were so that even sometimes your husband can be your motivation. I can tell you another thing, too, that motivates me, too, when I'm, if somebody make me mad and say I can't, oh, that's a motivation to say, oh, yes, I can. I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove to you that I can do this here. If somebody really try to put me down and try to act like I'm not, that's when I really get that motivation. Okay, I'm getting ready to prove, I'm getting ready to show you wrong. So if that's something that helps motivate you, get up and let it move you.
Get on it.
Get on it. Amen. And so now, I love saying let's talk about it. Talk about it. Seek God for direction. That's the last thing, to seek Him for direction. Lord, what is my direction? How should I go about doing this? How should I start it? What date should I?
Oh my gosh. Oh, what you saying that? It reminded me of some things that I have been talking to God about. Like, okay, so you know what it is. You know exactly what God is putting in you or what He wants you to do, but yet it's like, how do I even start? Where do I even begin? Yeah. That's what's been in my mind about some things that God has been giving me, and it's been like, what do I even do? How do I even do this? What do I even, okay, Lord, you saying now, how do I even, and it's been like, oh my gosh, oh, how do I, and I've just been like so, like, feeling overwhelmed over just how, what, how, what, like, I know when, but it's just how, what, how, and it's like, seeking Him, setting time aside to really seek Him can really help direct you. And that's what I really began to do. I began to sit my mind down, and began to just say, okay, God. Yeah. Because I'm one that I like to plan. I like to, okay, this, that. I'm logical in my mind. I'm going to say that. And so for me, it was like, okay, God, but this don't make sense. How can I just, I got to do it, trying to figure out the ways of how to do it to get it going the way you want me to do it. But the funny thing is, He's just been giving me, just do it. Just do it. Get on it. And He'll give you the rest of the way, but just do it. Just get out there. Whatever it is. If He's saying create a page and just start putting your stuff on there, do it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just do it.
It don't. It really doesn't. That's just like with me. When I prayed, the Lord had given me to write a book and different things, and I had did it, and there was so much fear to I hold it, and I was holding it, and I was holding it, and finally when it came to doing it, I was like, Lord, is this for you, Lord?
Yeah, because she kept. I was like, you better do this. You better.
She did. My husband was telling me, I was different ones telling me, and I was like, oh no, I was so scared. Lord, is this you? Lord, what should I? And when I did it, it's like, oh my gosh, it was such a joy. It was like, finally, I have finished and did something. And it will make you feel good about yourself when you finally really get up, even when you make that date. It makes you feel good that, man, I set a date. Now we're getting this going. And God, when He is in it, it's going to work out. It's going to work out. And it may not move as fast as you want to. It may not, you may not get all the thousands, the millions, the whatever, but just doing something that you was motivated and dreamed and seen the vision, seeing it come to pass. It's such a wonderful thing when God tells you.
Yeah, and that's why I say even just whether it's even just working out something that simple.
Yeah.
And you really desire, it's a process. I know for me, with working out and trying to reach the goal that I want with my body, there was moments, I remember one moment, we were in Austin, we would work out every single day.
Sure did.
And I got so aggravated because it was like, I'm not seeing the results. And I was frustrated, and I just broke down, and I just cried. And I remember my husband was on the phone with his dad, and his dad was trying to figure out, he was like, y'all doing a good job. And he was talking, and I was just like, and he began to tell his dad what was going on with me. And so his dad got on the phone with me, and he just like encouraging me. He was, it ain't no just that quick. It's a process. It's a, and he began to explain. It's a thing. It takes time, but you'll see the progress. But you got to do it. You got to keep going at it, keep going at it, and it's a gradual thing that you'll begin to see in the end result. But in the process, you're not gonna see it right away. And it was like, oh my gosh. And he was just encouraging, saying, keep going. Don't let that stop you. You keep going. You keep pushing. You a fighter. You're strong. You can finish this thing. And it was like, oh my gosh. And from that moment on, it was like, okay, I can do this thing. And then I began to work out, and then of course I got pregnant. It was, my last one, and then it's like after I had him, we had to do it again. We had to start over again. But even in it, I still been determined. When we have our stop-set moments, because you're gonna stop sometimes. But even in that, you got to get to the point where you're like, you know what, I'm doing it. I'm going after it. Yeah. There may be moments where you stop for a season or stop for a moment because God is still finishing things in you. But the thing is, he wants you to keep pushing, keep going at it, keep going at it. Because eventually you're going to get a consistency in you where you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop for no reason at all. You're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And that's what you got to do. He's trying to put that consistency in you, even in the stops. Even in the little pauses that happen in your life, it's still, he's putting a consistency in you so that when you do get fully ready, you ain't gonna stop. You ain't gonna stop.
That's right. And God will put it in you as
He
you
will.
seek him. He will show you. Amen. So,
I'm glad you guys. I really hope and pray you was motivated by this. We don't want to, be on here long. We just want to encourage you, do a little Monday encouragement. We want to encourage you guys, but that's our busy woman motivation for this week. So get motivated and pursue those dreams because the results can be
wonderful. Here's the results right here of being motivated. Well, get your book. This is a book that God has given me to write. It cries from within, and it took a while. Years, and it's not a big book. And God, when he first told me, he had already told me it wasn't going to be big, and that's something too. God had told me it wasn't going to be big, but it was still the motivation. He wanted me to do it, and I had to do it. So you can go to Barnes and Noble. You can go to, being obedient to God. You can go to Barnes and Noble, Amazon,
and they have Apple Books.
And you can get it in
book, digital form, or you can get it in physical form.
So
get it.
Go get your book.
It's gonna bless you for real. It truly will bless you. It's talking about how you are basically a misfit. How you can be a misfit in a world full of, I call it a square in a world full of circles. Or maybe a circle in a world full of squares. Something, either one. You're different from the rest of the world. And you can have a cry from within because of the pain, because of the hurt, because of all that's going on the outside.
Amen. You can have a cry within too because you're not motivated.
And that is so true. It's true.
Amen.
So find your motivation.
Yes, true.
Set that stuff aside, busy woman, and get motivated. But that is for today's episode of Busy Woman Motivation. So peace out. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be here every Monday with a new podcast. So
hope you enjoy. Push, share, and like, and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
Subscribe to us.
Follow us.
All
of that good stuff. Yeah. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.